Did you say that's your bacon rub?
Jamaican rub. Oh, hello, everybody.
I was going to say, I want some bacon rub.
Don't we all, honestly? Welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your game master for just a little bit tonight. We have our wonderful cast, CJ, Nate, Chris, and Estelle. And I think behind the scenes at Nate's house, we've got a good friend, Neil, who has never been on the channel, but we're going to give him a shout out now. Neil, get on there. Get on there, Neil.
Hey,
There's Neil. Here he is. Neil is a fellow.
Oh, I wish I could see him.
Yeah, Neil's a fellow lumberjacking teacher, like Nate and I and Chris, and we used to work together. But miss you, Neil. How's it going? I guess he can't hear
Neil.
me. So
Neil, how are you? Oh, yeah, it's only on my headphones.
Yeah.
How's it going, Neil? Bob
Can
ass.
Can I have some of that bacon
Going
rub,
well.
Neil?
yeah, can we get some
Yeah.
of the Jamaican rub, please?
Yeah, I'll send it when or bring it along.
There you go.
See you next time.
Next time, maybe we should get Neil on one of these. What do you think, Nate?
I think he'd love to. He's asked me if he could be a NPC.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's
it will be
bring
chaos.
him in, have him sit next to
Neil.
Nate, and then they make every other decision. So he can be playing blind and make every. So if Nate makes a decision, the next one has to be Neil making the decision.
He
there we
might
go.
survive longer than I currently am aiming to
He
on
might.
this
He'll
channel.
be like, I choose not to go through the portal.
He might save your life.
Yeah.
Speaking of the game that we're playing, Tomb of Horrors, everyone, we have maybe some unfortunate news. Roll20 is and don't turn off your YouTubes yet, okay? Just don't do that yet. But Roll20 has given us some fits. Take a look. This is what we're getting right now from Roll20. Is just a big old blank screen. I've tried reloading, refreshing, re-signing in. It's not working. It's been this way for over a half an hour. So unfortunately, I don't know that we're going to be able to play a full session tonight. But, the show must go on in some ways. We're going to do something. All right. First off, we said, right when we hopped on the computer in our pre-show, we were saying, what are we going to do? Because, it's not working. And this is a game where you really need, I know you could do D&D Theater of the Mind, but I think you really need the battle mat for this one. Tomb being such a specific, where you place your model, and I think that we'll lose something without the map, and I don't want to be like, oh well, save or die, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I couldn't visualize it exactly, or I needed some more clarification, and I think we'll be better off by playing with the map. So the only thing we're going to do tonight, and before you turn me off, is what I want you to do is we're going to play through Nate's decision to go through the veil, because that does not require a battle map. And it might even be better, because if something terrible were to happen to Nate, well, then we'd be prepared for it next time. And then I think after that, we'll just do a quick chat, and we'll sign off. So apologies for not a full session, but technical difficulties on Roll20 side here. That's what happens when you play online. You're at the will of the technology gods. So we're going to do our best and make something out of this. Hope you enjoy even the chat we're going to have here in this little session. Also, I got a shout out. Thank you to Greyhawk Exile. He gave a $10 super chat to contribute to the Scotch Glass Fund. Has a feeling some people might need them soon. So, Chris, your Scotch glasses, we're almost there. All right? We are almost there.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, as always. Let's just do a couple of quick introductions today. Obviously, we're not going to be playing a full session, but CJ, who are you playing in this wonderful campaign?
Oh, hey, how you doing? I'll be playing Grix the Goblin. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I don't get to do anything, but I'm very upset with Roll20 Wizards of the Coast. Get on it with your VTT. We got to get them virtual tabletops up going so we can play somewhere else. Roll20 is going to be going down like this. It's not cool.
Not cool, Roll20.
So, yeah, we're going to have to do some goblin in another time.
There might be some goblins working on Roll20 right now. That might be the problem.
That might be it. Actually, the picture I see, it looks like one of them stinky kobolds. So, those guys stink. Kobolds are the worst.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Kobolds are the worst. That what the goblin would say. I'm going to switch off this Roll20 screen because it is not very visually appealing here.
You know,
Nate.
just a little factoid for you.
Go
You know the
ahead.
mineral. You know what cobalt, the mineral, is named after kobolds.
No, it's not. Stop it.
Is.
Stop it.
Or it's the other way around. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other, I
It's
think.
spelled differently.
Is
Yeah,
it?
but one is named after the other.
Speaking of someone who has got a strange name here, Zer. Chris, who's Zer?
So
And where
coming
are
to
you right now,
from
Chris?
Deep in the Adirondack Mountains. I'm in Lake George,
Mm.
actually north of Lake George, about
Coming
12 miles. And
right outside the Tomb
I'm
of
in my
Horrors.
tent.
Yes,
Yes, I'm outside. I'm like,
Camping out at
Hey,
the
guys!
real Tomb of Horrors.
he's at the minor outpost right now.
I'm in my tent. We just deep fried a turkey. How amazing is that?
That is good.
And so here I am, and my connection is terrible. I'm lagging severely, but I'm doing my best here. And anyway, so Zer has realized very quickly that he needs to kind of step back and observe.
Observe.
He's he doesn't want to like go barreling through portals
Yeah,
to his doom.
maybe a bit of a. I guess we were saying before. It might have been fate to have it saying that you have terrible connection and you're you're like in a tent playing this game. That maybe the Roll20 shut down. Maybe you had something to do with it. I don't know.
It's probably. I think I dialed up Roll20. Say, hey guys, I need some help. I want to gnaw on some freshly fried turkey.
It's funny. Chris from Long Island says Chris has better connection in the wilderness than Roll20 does.
Oh well, I bought a new headset to work with my old laptop,
Yeah,
and it seems to be working better than my very expensive. I paid like $30 for this on Walmart.
that's awesome. We said it right at the
so
get-go that the quality is actually pretty good. So,
I'm going to use this next week when we play again.
okay. There we go.
This is my D&D headset.
There we go.
Nice.
I'm going to skip on Sunny for a moment, Nate. Sorry, I'll come back to you. Estelle, tell us about Agatha.
Hello, I'm Agatha, the Crown. Such a shame we won't all be able to play this delightful game with all the maps and the dice, but that's how it goes sometimes.
You're so creepy.
I love it. Agatha has been a champ in this tomb so far. You have with your cape, your spells, and all your trucy or your bat sight and all that stuff.
I'm able to play more impulsively now that I seem to be the one that's able to survive the traps.
You are the survivor here. And there was a
Yeah.
comment I think from I'm gonna forget. I forget who it was. I think it was one of my patrons on the last one. I think it was Vegas Paladin. It said you were dancing between the raindrops in this tomb. I don't know exactly how that works as an analogy, but it felt right. So congrats, you did a good job.
I believe that's from like a very old like folklore story about witches having to dance between raindrops.
Oh, it's even more.
Well, she's
perfect
out in the
then.
rainstorm and not getting wet.
Yep, that's it. So true. And Agatha's probably, because of her powers, gonna survive longer than some. Speaking of some who may not survive very long, Sunny.
Hey, name's Sonny. I'm a dwarven demon knight, and I just went through a portal last session.
A transition, if you will.
Yeah, we not maybe taking the tomb as seriously as we maybe should. Just kind of running headlong into stuff. So Sonny may not be long for this world. We'll see.
I can respect the impulsiveness.
But you know,
It is not how I was trying to play the character. That's
That's
just
okay.
me coming through.
we'll see if this is going to punish you, Nate. We'll see. So we are going to, just like I said, the next piece here is going to be much easier to play. Theater of the Mind. It's a very simple thing. We'll do that. We'll close out and maybe have a quick conversation and chat with all you. We can do some Q&A, answering questions, and then we'll sign off for the night. We definitely, though, will be back next week, the 9th of August. to play another session. So don't worry, we're right around the corner. And maybe some more content coming up soon. I'm hoping I can get some recorded videos, things like that. I will be away on vacation the 16th and the 23rd, but hoping that I can get some videos out there. We'll see. We'll see. I'm also planning on having a live stream, just a Q&A channel kind of update thing, probably next week on Tuesday the 15th, but a couple things are up in the air, so we'll see. We'll see when that comes. But if I can do it next week, I'm going to try to do a live stream, just a channel update, some announcements, things I had mentioned last week I want to put out there on the channel. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Ready to play some games, Sonny?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. So, the last we played, Sonny, as we were headed through the middle entrance to the tomb, which had that red path, although there were a few pitfalls along the way, some pit traps. And there goes Chris. Okay, we had known there could be some connection issues here. So, yeah, there we go. Hopefully he'll be back on very soon. You know what? This is maybe even better that we did that way. Let me just see if I can just get back on to get the... Where to go here?
Professional. It's professional.
It's all
content
professional here.
It's, here on Tabletop Bob. And while we're trying to figure out what is going on with Chris and getting the connection up, don't forget, while we haven't even started doing anything, remember everyone that the little bell button down there, you should press that if you want to get updates. Like Bob said, he doesn't know when he's going to do those live streams or what he's going to be doing them about. So if you hit that bell button, you will get notifications on your phone, in your email, just beamed straight to your brain from YouTube, telling you when everything is going on. Oh, and Mr. Sinnett's here. But also, don't forget to also hit that subscribe button so that, you know, if you don't get the notifications, it'll still show up in your feed. And you'll get those, you know, lovely videos every time it says, you know, new video out from Tabletop Bob, just so you can keep up with that.
Thank you, CJ.
Also, you know, check down in the description for links to all the social medias, the Instagrams.
By the way, shout out new patron, Otto, joined this week. We had Death of Fog last week, Otto this week, so welcome. If you want to check out, like CJ is saying, links down below. Ways to support the channel. It's always helpful. It keeps it, you know, keeps it, well, it's not
growing.
Keeps it going. Keeps it growing, yeah.
Keeps
and
it
helps
growing.
me just, you know, money, you know, things cost money, for sure.
Going
and it's nice
and
to have a couple
Scotch
extra
glasses.
gold coins in the
Scotch
purse,
glasses,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, those Scotch glasses, they don't come cheap. So anyway, so Sonny, while we're waiting for Chris, you went through a very strange portal. At the end of that hallway, you saw two notable designs. One was an archway that you had walked through. It had mist shrouding it, the inside. You couldn't see through it. When you came up to it about a foot away, you can see that there were lights on it. There was a blue light, a yellow light, an orange light. The lights were at the keystone at the top and the two corners. And then to the straight ahead of you, basically, was a mouth. You can see even the mouth there on our screen, on our overlay there. It's a very iconic image, from the tomb. And it was basically this green devil face with horns protruding out, and you had this black mouth. You looked at both of them and decided the best thing to do would be to jump through the portal. Cornelius is still with you, our friendly wizard NPC. He saw you go through, didn't see what happened when you came out. Does that seem right?
I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he refused to go first, so
Correct.
I went.
Yeah. So here's what happens. You wake up. You're in a miserable cubicle. It appears to have absolutely no means of egress. And you look up, down. It's a 10-foot by 10-foot solid room. The only thing that's located in this room are 3 iron levers. The levers are about a foot long, and they're on one wall of the chamber. Which direction, you're not sure. They look as though They're kind of like, in a way, a lever that can be moved like a joystick. It could be moved up, down, left, or right. And there are 3 of them. They're horizontally located, so 1, 2, 3, located right next to each other.
Gotcha.
What do you do?
Gosh darn it, Sonny, you done it this time. I'm gonna inspect the room for. I mean, take a moment here to look around to see if I could notice anything else. But if the levers are the only thing, I'm gonna go up and check out the levers.
Sure. You look around and you feel the walls, the floor. Probably can't reach the ceiling, but you feel around.
Right.
And it's solid rock.
And I have all my equipment and everything.
Yes.
Weapon and everything. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do a bunch of stuff before I. No, let's go up to these levers, and I'm thinking of the 3 different pathways. When we got there. When we got into the tomb, and the pathway on the left, there was, I think the trap was up at the top. So I'm gonna move the lever on the left up.
The lever on the left up. It's a heavy lever.
Yep.
It's a heavy lever, and you feel almost like a crank as it reaches the top position, and it stays there. Nothing happens.
All right. Did I didn't hear anything other than just the crank. Nothing shifting behind the wall or anything.
No.
I'm going to assume I did it right. Great job, Sonny. Little self-talk. Let's see. I'm going to go to the one on the right, and I thought the trap in that one was on the ground. From the side? I'm going to go to the lever on the right and move it to down position.
Goes down.
All right, Sonny. You got this. You're almost out of whatever you got yourself into. I'm gonna take the middle lever and go down.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Great.
So now you've got the left lever in an upward position.
Yeah.
The other two downward, and nothing has changed.
All right, I'm gonna take the left one and move it down.
Down?
Yeah, why not, Bob?
You move it down. And as soon as you do, the floor gives way. You fall down. There's presumably the light. You have some sort of light torch you could light, right?
I do have 2 torches.
You must have lit one to do this, but immediately the torch goes out. You fall what feels for an eternity before Sunny meets her unfortunate end. A spiked pit trap 100 feet down is your landing spot.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. I wish I had done something different.
Nate, you are the first casualty of the Tomb of Horrors.
You're the chosen.
I never even got to be demonically possessed.
No, it was so sad. It was so sad. So, do you want me to discuss this at all or no?
Sure.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't because this could
someone
end
else
up
might
happening
go through
to somebody.
That veil.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
What happened to Sonny? We should go through that veil. He hasn't come back yet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Well, Nate, apologies, but this is the way it goes in the tomb.
That's all right. I kind of figured I might have done something silly.
Well, this is the first of maybe many to come, but I knew this wouldn't take long. I knew it was either going to be. And if you're watching along at home, and thank you again, Wayne. Wayne also contributed $10 to the funeral costs, Sonny. So
yes,
yeah. I really, I love Sunny. We've only played 4 sessions. I wish we gotten to see more of her, but I can't. I think I'm going to be very happy with the character you made next. You shared me the couple of details about them, so
Yeah. I'm gonna start making a third character.
There we go. So let's chat a little bit before we sign out here. So CJ, I know that you had said that just because you've played D&D for so long and you've read through so many things, you've read like this little intro to the Tomb, right?
Yeah, I have read the intro to the Tomb. I do have another fun story, but I'll save that for another time. But yeah, I've read the intro to the Tomb, and I've seen the intro to the Tomb, and when you look at the map and you see that there's 3 entrances, for the first time I read it, I was like, there's no way you wouldn't just immediately go to the middle one. And then doing this, I was like, wow, there really is like that whole, like, we've got to explore everything aspect. And like, what if that, like, if you really haven't seen it before, you're like, yeah, we really should try all 3 of these doors. Maybe there's a secret in one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, and I was trying really hard to not just be like, no, the other 2 are trapped. Let's not go there. Just really hard. But
so yeah, now listen, like I said, before I ran this is the first time this is actually not the first time I'm running the Tomb of Horrors, but it is the first time I'm running it properly. I ran it with some kids at camp. Nate knows.
Nice easy game.
I think the kill count went up. What was it at the end? By the end, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 5 by the end of the whole thing. It was 5. We had a group of 6. Not every character died, but 2 people's characters died twice. So it was pretty deadly for them. We were playing 5e, and even with 5e, it was pretty deadly. So yeah, I mean, I think that this is going to be different. And I've read the Tomb entrance before, so even like if somebody else had wanted to play it, I would have known what happened in the entrance. The entrance is very classic. We'll talk more about the Green Devil face in a bit, but a lot of people know some of the things because it's just hard. It's like, not knowing that Darth Vader's Luke Skywalker's father, that sort of thing.
Spoilers.
wait, what?
Sorry, everybody.
Spoilers.
Sorry. But, it's like that. It's like, everybody knows these general things because it's so famous. So I was wondering what else you had read, but don't share anything that we haven't gotten to. But
no, I don't want to share too much. But I will say the other thing that you should check out is, I believe it's Tabletop Witchcraft on YouTube. Ooh. Or Wylock's Armory. I'm pretty sure it's Tabletop Witchcraft. He has a terrain building D&D channel, and he has actually made the entire Tomb of Horrors
that's awesome.
Terrain, and like he builds it. It's like maybe it's like a 3-hour, 4-hour series of videos that he's done where he's built out like all of the different rooms, and he like talks about the room, and then he builds the room and shows like his process for making it, which is a really good video. It does contain a lot of spoilers for it. I watched it. I don't remember it all that well. I don't remember any of it, but yeah, he has a great video on the Tomb of Horrors. If you're looking for more Tomb of Horrors content. It's
Wylock. Someone in the chat is agreeing with you. It's Wylock.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Wylock or Tabletop Witchcraft. But yeah, Wylock does great stuff too. He's doing, I think, White Plume Mountain now, or another one of them.
Wow, because that's a big dungeon.
He's building another big dungeon. Because Tomb of Horrors is kind of a small dungeon, but it's like full of stuff. But White Plume Mountain is like big.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you ever looked at the tomb, it's not that big. Estelle, what about you? I mean, are there?
I don't have any experience with Tomb.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know you and Nate had none, and I think Chris just very, very little, like nothing specific, just some more of the bigger D&D history stuff. But that's good then. I'm glad. I haven't played a lot of the 5e, so I'm not using this book, the Yawning Portal. I'm not using this for this campaign, but I just have it. I have it out, and so I just like to see what's different from the two, to see what they do. And we're playing Shadowdark, so it's really neither of these. But there's one in here that I heard was crazy, and I looked at the map more recently. Which one is it? The one with the Thay, the Dead and Thay. Is that the one? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I do. I remember it.
Oh my
I
gosh, the
remember
map is crazy for this one.
Oh yeah. It's like
I think,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, this was one of the playtest materials for D&D Next, which was essentially became 5e, so like 10 years ago it came out, and the map is insane. Oh, we would lose now.
Uh-oh.
We lost the other one. Well, anyway, we're going to probably have to call it here because Chris ended up texting us saying that his Wi-Fi is not working, and clearly it is not. But we're going to pause here. Yeah, I can barely see Nate and Estelle, so sorry. Listen, this is the professional quality content
wall
you get.
peeker.
This is the content you hit that like and subscribe button for.
Yeah.
Just want to say my picture is fine. Okay. Apologies for the tech issues tonight, both on Roll20's end and ours, but we'll be back in full strength next week on the 16th, or sorry, the 9th. Jeez, skipping ahead. On the 9th, we'll be back next week, and we'll do a proper session. This will be session 4.5, something like that. I'll retitle it. But thank you for watching, and thank you for all the support, especially all the people who are always here and always in the chat. And it's great to see everybody once more. It's been a fantastic first 4.5 episodes. I know we had a couple other questions in here. We'll get to them next week, I promise. Okay, because technology, right? Am I right here?
Chris wants to know if Barak is coming to the tomb.
Ooh, will Barak Helios come to the tomb? I don't know. I think that's different. This
Ask
might be
Nate.
different times.
Ask Nate if Barak is coming to the tomb.
What do you think?
I think Barrack's off. No, I don't want to kill off Barrack.
Yeah.
And one more question from the chat is, how is the experience of running an AD&D module in Shadowdark?
It's actually been fantastic. It's actually so easy to adapt, which is the easy thing. When we're all done with this, I'll do a live. We do our after the final roll. We'll talk all about that. But yeah, next week, Frank. Thank you. Next week, then we'll see you all on the tabletop. Have a great night.
Just my hand.